to him for my name, okay? So I'm from Sweden. I work with transformational leadership, and I have prepared a really good speech for today. It's here, and I'm not going to do it because we have been talking for days now about people meeting people, and when people meet people, things happen, and roads are actually changed. And last night, when we were at the dinner, I sat with Lorena and her husband, Raphael. And wow, what a conversation we had. You know, when you hit that frequency, when you just know that, I mean, this is just it. So I went back home after the dinner, very convinced that I need to change my talk. So I was just, okay, so we start from the beginning. What is sustainability? And who is that? I work with senior leaders all over the world because they have the mandate to change. So it's really important for me to work with them. Okay, but are they our future leaders? No, they're not. So who are? Who are? Tell me, who are?
Future leaders. The young people.
The children, the young people, right? So I am going to tell you about my son. I have 3 children, 2 daughters, and then I have a son. Okay? This is Noah. This is Noah when he was 10 years old. And we sold the house. We moved. And he had to change school. So his world was totally changing. Totally. He didn't know if you were going to have new friends. He didn't know how to walk to school. He didn't recognize his world anymore. So I actually changed my work to be able to be with him every morning so he could start his new life in a really good way. I felt that that was my responsibility as a parent. So he was 10 years old here, and when he was 10 years old, he was a little bit worried. He's always been very chill. He's Italian, half Italian. And it doesn't show, but I mean, he's 100%. I promise you. So I started every morning a ritual with him. I started every morning asking him 3 questions. What do you like about yourself? In the beginning, he wanted to give me answers about his performances. Oh, I like that I did this, or I like that I won this, or something like that. But when we went deeper, so what made you win that? What made you overcome that? What made you do that? So then we actually landed in answers that was actually about him as a person. The next question was, what are you proud of when you look at yourself in the mirror? What are you proud of? Again, he started to talk about performances, and I needed to break it down again so we could land in him. What are you proud about yourself? So that we did. And then the last question was very important, because Italian as he is, he's very, he thinks that he's like, you know, the gift to the world. He's the best boy. I can hear him sometimes playing games in his room. He's like, oh God, I think I'm the best one in this room, you know, and I'm like, oh, and it's okay. We need also to learn how to be humble. So the third question is, what are you grateful for today, this morning? And these 3 questions, we have been asking them, we have been talking about them every morning, every school morning since he was 10 years old. And after that, because this is the most important leadership question actually. If you want to be a really good leader and lead for sustainability, you need to ask everybody you meet this question. How can I create value to you, for you? So that's what I was asking myself. How can I create value for Noah to be sustainable, to grow up and have this mindset and be sustainable, be able to handle life, because that's what sustainability is about as well. So after those questions, we have a movement that we do together. So we ask the 3 questions, and then we do this movement together. Now, he turns 17 in a month, and now in the mornings, if I'm like, delayed or something like that, he's like, Mom, I'm ready to go. We need to do the questions, and we need to do the thing. So now he owns this ritual. And what we do is we do this. He was like 13 or 14 when this video was done. So today when we do it, he's a head taller than me. And it's really lovely. So this, what did this do? Why is this important to sustainability? Because he is the future, he's one of them. And if he can start from the beginning to build in that culture in himself to be sustainable, dynamic, living culture, this is his. He owns this. And today he's 17. And we wrote a book. And that is one of the results of this ritual that we did every morning now for 7 years. So we wrote a book about how to give kids, young people, feedback in a way so they can create a mindset which is really shaped as growth mindset. Not talking about the performance, but talking about the journey, talking about what made you overcome this and how we can actually give that kind of feedback. So that book, we hope that it will be published this year, because we have been working on it since he was like 11 or 12, and actually this year we finished it. So we hope that it will be something really nice. So yes, so this is sustainable leadership, and it's definitely international because this is universal. And if you have kids or young people close to you, it can be your own, but it could be somebody else's. If you interact with young people, help them, give them something like this, so they, in the end, they own it. It's theirs, because when he's going to lead the world, which I am convinced that he will do in a way, one day I will not be here, but the questions will be his. And I am sure that he will ask himself these questions every morning, and I know that he does it now when I am here, because we talked about it. So now, today, even though I'm still asking him, it's his questions. So that's what I wanted to share, because if this is not sustainable leadership,